What's up, everybody? Welcome to Storytime Sunday. I'm Van Clemens. We're finally out the dungeon. We broke out that motherfucker. And before I get into today's episode, I'd actually like to proudly announce that literally about an hour or so ago, I have finally mixed down and finished my first full-length album due out sometime this summer. Probably hoping for some July sometime. Not 100% yet sure. I don't want to fucking make a date just yet. Still putting the final touches on the artwork. But A World of Pain is in my fucking hands right now and is just aching to be heard. And man, is it fucking awesome. I'm very proud of it. It has been a very, very long road. Not an easy one for me to get to where I am. But this is, it's like I said, I literally just cut out my fucking soul and just put it on this disc. 12 tracks, full length, World of Pain. More on that as developments come about. But today I'm talking about the Blaze Your Dead Homie CD release party in Cleveland, Ohio, the 216, at the Agora Ballroom and Theater in lovely Cleveland, Ohio. Just so you know, if you're a musician and you're looking for the best place to play in Cleveland, right there it is. The address is 5000 Euclid Avenue. The phone number is 216-881-2221. That's where you want to play. Coolest motherfuckers, the best sound, and I can't say enough nice things about the venue or the people there. With that being said, the Blaze Your Dead Homie show actually wasn't booked for the Cleveland Agora. It was actually booked over at the Odeon, the recently reopened Odeon. So, the last episode of Storytime Sunday, I was talking about the Cottonmouth King show. And actually, while I was at the Cottonmouth King show, I had inquired about, because I had heard Blaze Your Dead Homie was coming out with a new album, and I thought that'd be a really great show to get on. I do actually dig some Blaze Your Dead Homie. I'm not a self-proclaimed juggalo. Not that I have anything against juggalos. I think juggalos are great fucking people, and love them to death. They're very dedicated and loyal, but I never got into the whole ICP thing, which I think is the originators of the Juggalos. I don't really know a whole lot about it. All I know is that I like what I like, and there are quite a few songs I do dig from Blaze Your Dead Homie, and some Twisted. Some EBK is pretty cool too. But anyways, I had inquired about that show at the Cottonmouth King show, and I was like, hey, I went up to the dude that I talked to, really cool dude, and I said, hey man, heard Blaze is coming out with that album. This was back in, November, mid-November. I was like, he said he's going to be releasing that album in January. I was like, if you hear anything, let me know. I'd like to jump on that show. And I later come to find out, I don't even think it was like the next day or week or something like that, but it had been announced for the Odeon. So I'm like, oh well, because I prefer to play at the Agora. Like I said, it is my favorite venue in Cleveland. But, so that was kind of a letdown. But then I got messaged, I think it was the end of December. It was right after Christmas. And, because I just played the Prozac show in December. And then he said, hey man, I got some good news. I was like, oh cool, what's up, And he's like, the Blaze Your Dead Homie show might be coming over to the Agora. So I don't know what the hell was going on there. Didn't ask any questions. And I'm just like, fuck yeah. And he's like, here's the best part about it. It's a completely free show. And I'm like, dude, that's so fucking cool. So I jumped on that, and not only was the venue changed, but the date was changed as well, which was actually kind of even, the icing on the cake, because the day they booked it at the Agora was the same day as my birthday. So not only was it the show I was hoping to get on, but it was on at my favorite venue and on the day of my birthday. So it was like boom, boom, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. So I'm like, fuck, man. It was like, happy birthday to me. You know what I'm saying? So And considering it was a show that almost didn't happen, and then it happened at my favorite venue on my birthday, and I'm like, fuck yeah, man. So, big shout out to Bundy at the Cleveland Agora. Great dude. Just, again, can't say enough nice things about this venue. It's so fucking, just so great. The people are awesome. But that show was actually probably one of the most laid back, best shows. It was actually my first time ever playing at a Juggalo show. And again, I don't really know everything about, Juggalos or whatever. But I had played with the Cottonmouth Kings, and there was some Juggalos up in there. Played with Prozac, there was some Juggalos up in there, and that was cool. And I remember the only pre-existing experience I ever had with Juggalos, to my knowledge, was I was promoting the Mushroomhead Halloween show at the ICP show that came, I think it was at the beginning of October at the Agora. And I was promoting because ICP, Mushroomhead, they had went on Shockfest the fall before, I believe it was. And I thought, hey, I'll go hand out some flyers up there, promote, do my shit, because my music is universal. I mean, I make different types of shit. I got hip-hop shit, rap shit, metal shit, melodic stuff, and I'm just all over the fucking board. So, and if it's the one thing that I came to notice about the Juggalos is they're extremely open-minded. They're cool as fucking shit. They do get a little rowdy, but hey, who the fuck don't, right? And I'm just like, man, everything you see on the fucking news about the Juggalos, or what's glorified on TMZ every time there's a fucking gathering of Juggalos, they just kind of make them out to be, like, I don't know, crazy, insane motherfuckers, and most of them are, but they're really cool as fuck, and they're down to earth. And so to say I was a little nervous to play a full-blown Juggalo show, yeah, a little bit. But I also heard a lot of good things that, they're open-minded. You'd be surprised what one of my dudes said. You'd be surprised that how well you'll be received at this show. And man, that dude was fucking right, because when I played, man, it was just like fucking, honestly, it was the best show I've ever fucking played. Ever. Hands down. So, I mean, I got the whoop whoop, and that was, I felt like, finally I had been accepted by a group of fucking people. So that was fucking really awesome, and which really opened up me more towards the the Juggalo styles of music, the Twisteds and everything else. Because I mean, I had heard a little bit, previously, but I'm just like, wow, these guys are awesome. The music's actually really good. I'm so accustomed to playing with metal bands. If you don't know anything about me, I grew up metal, fucking metal, Pantera, Marilyn Manson, Mushroomhead, you name it, fucking heavy, heavy, heavy. So I had been in metal bands my whole life. As you may have seen if you've watched any of my past videos, for whatever reason, bands have a fucker of a time staying together. Regardless if it's kids, regardless if it's people working 2-3 jobs to survive, whatever the reason may be, drugs, bands always fell apart. Or at least that was my experience in my journey. You know what I'm saying? So there just came a time where I'm like, well, I don't want to be a fucking slave and have a bullshit 9-to-5 job. That's just not me. I hate fucking working and having to answer to a motherfucker. That's why even to this day I'm still kind of anti record label, because even if a motherfucker was like, man, your music's the shit, I want to sign you, here's $10 million. I'm like, yeah, but fuck you. I'd rather do my own shit and make my own music and put it out there and meet every motherfucker face to face, shake every fucking hand, because that's who I am, That's just, like, look at these presidential candidates. That's how they do it. They go out and they try to meet, every single person they can to try and get a vote or some shit, which, all that's bullshit anyways. So I'm not going to get on the fucking politics right now, because it's just fucking stupid Donald Trump shit. But anyways, You know, I'm just a people person. I like meeting people. I like talking to people. You know, I like making music. These are the things I like. You know, Johnny Depp once said, because he was originally a musician, for anybody that doesn't know, not that I'm the biggest Johnny Depp fan, but Johnny Depp was originally a musician. He moved to LA with his band to try and make it. Of course, it fell apart. Oh, surprise. And then, I don't know if he was friends with Nicolas Cage's manager, or no, he's friends with Nicolas Cage or some shit like that. And he's like, hey, my fucking manager, blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, he's in fucking, you know, uh, not Edward Scissorhands, the other guy with the fucking nails in his hands. Freddy Krueger shit. Nightmare on Elm Street. Fucking boom, first movie. Lucky fucker. But anyways, good for him. God bless Johnny Depp. Because not everybody is that lucky. Some of us are out here grinding. Some of us out here are having a motherfucker of a time. Some of us are not rich. We don't have fucking Nicolas Cage as our best friend. You know what I'm saying? We don't live in LA. You know, some of us live in Youngstown, Ohio. Some of us, you know, are on the street every day trying to do what they got to do for the family. Some of us are stuck in a world of fucking pain. And for 15 minutes on my birthday at the Blaze Your Dead Homie Show, everything and all the bullshit that I ever went through in my whole fucking life was all worth it. Because I've been high on drugs. I've seen all three of my children being born. And there's something very special about the high you get when you're on the stage. The heat from the lights. The sweat pouring down your face. Your soul being excreted through a microphone, through a PA, to a receptive audience. I mean, there's nothing like that in the world. Nothing. And once you get that first hit, it's over. You're hooked for life. You know, I can't tell you how many times in my life I've walked away from being a musician. It's been a love-hate relationship, you know, for a long time. And as of late, I feel that I finally found what I originally had when I was young. I mean, the first time I heard Iron Man from Black Sabbath and Ozzy, you know, which was, I mean, boom, 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 I am Iron Man. The first time I heard that, I was like, I'm a musician now. It's over. I'm a fucking musician, you know? And it was just like, I don't know, like getting a guitar, like a guitar was magic to me. Like, you can't have a guitar, you know, you can't do that. In my mind, it was like always this like you can't go to outer fucking space. It's not just like, well, let me jump on this, you know, let me go get a taxi and just take a trip to outer space. You're just not gonna fucking do it, you know. I mean, unless you're stupid rich. And even that, I don't know what the rules are about being an astronaut. Not that I want to go in outer space, but you just can't wake up and you know, you gotta fucking, you know, there's a lot of things that I had to learn the hard way, you know, and unfortunately I came from a family where, you know, you just couldn't tell us, you know, and then have us listen, you know, we had to learn the hard way. Sometimes it's the best way to, you know, learn, you know, life lessons, and there's a lot of different factors into being a musician, and especially now that the game has, you know, completely changed, and if you're a musician out there and you're listening, you know what the hell I'm talking about. You know, things are way more, you know, way different. Everything's just been flipped upside down. You know, yeah, we have a lot more power. You know, we have the internet and we have everything at our fingertips, but at the same time, so does everyone else. You know, and it's just a crazy, you know, that's why, you know, you kind of lose your momentum, and you kind of, you know, you lose your drive to do it, and then you have to really question yourself, why am I doing it? And you know, I always kept coming back, because music for me was always a vent, and it was something that I always loved to do, and I found that, you know, and the reason why this Storytime Sunday is so special to me is because when I, you know, started, when I got the Blaze show, I was watching a lot of his videos and interviews and stuff, and it, you know, he was kind of, from what my take on it was he kind of got screwed over when he was signed to Psychopath. He was kind of ignored, you know. He was like the bastard redheaded stepchild, and you know, and then he jumped over. Twisted started their record label, and now he's, you know, put out his album. He was charting. He did all this great shit, you know, and you know, I just identified a lot with, you know, him, because he said for a while there, you know, it wasn't happening. He wasn't feeling it, and now, you know, he's refound, you know, music and his love for it, and being in the studio and making music and playing, you know, whatever, and you know, and I don't know, I've been unconsciously, I was, you know, I'm kind of right there with him, you know, because for a long time, like I said, being in a band and having to do this by myself, and back in July was the first time I played as a solo artist. You know, I thought, what the fuck, man, what am I doing? I'm a solo artist, you know, like, you know, band mentality, you know, and what is this, April now, you know, almost 3/4 of a year, give or take, and I'm really kind of coming in, and I'm finally feeling like shit is starting to settle, and it feels right, you know, doing what I'm doing, and now that the album's finished, and it's just, the big picture, I guess, just finally hit me, and it was so, I just had an epiphany like 2 hours ago, and I just got so excited. I was like, man, I can't wait to record this episode of Storytime Sunday and get this out there and share this with everybody. But I mean, I've never been in a better place mentally. You know, I'm so happy with everything. I just feel like I'm at peace, you know, and I'm just having a great time. And, you know, I hope everybody else out there is having a great time and is healthy and is well, and is, you know, still into music, you know, because a lot of people, they turn the radio off nowadays because it's the same shit, you know, and, you know, not a lot of people want to go digging for some new shit, you know, even there's probably musicians out there way better than, are fucking, you know, way more talented, making way better music than the people you actually are, you know, crammed down your fucking throat every day. So, to those people, I salute you and I say fucking thank you, you know, so, because it's, you know, people like you that keep real music alive, you know. So, and man, without you, there would be no music. And could you imagine life without music, you know? Man, I've really been talking about some deep shit on this motherfucker here, but damn. But yeah, I'm just so fucking excited. I feel like I'm on a fucking high right now, you know? And I'm just, damn. I just can't wait to get back out there. And actually, now that I'm on it, thinking about it, 1 week from today, April 10th, mark your calendar, at the Cleveland Agora, Powerman 5000, Head PE, you got a bunch of other great locals on there, I'm on there, some dumbass named Van Clemens. Come out, man, you know, it's going to be a great fucking show. I heard there's going to be some type of crazy awesome big ass barbecue going on in the parking lot, good times, good people. Come out, man, kick it, man. What the fuck, $17, you know? Fucking, it's gonna be a great show. Great city, great venue, great tunes, great people, great food. And I'm just honored to be a part of it all. Thank you guys. I'm about to get out of here. Have a fucking blessed weekend, and I'll see you next Sunday in Cleveland. Much love.
Freedom comes from the price of one selfish soldier who's never done. Protect and serve, he'll do it unlike anyone else gets done. A voice in the mind of a man with a plan who can overcome all upon any land at any time. They back and go for the warrior's soul, wasted in tone. Till the end, till the end, till the end, he'll fight.